Hi, hello, good morning. In today's session, let us discuss about the topic classification of soil. So, in the previous session, we discussed the different landforms in India made possible for the witness of different type of soil based on color, texture, age, physical and chemical properties. The available soils in the different parts of India are classified into alluvial soil, block soil, red and yellow soil, laterite soil, arid soil, mountain soil, and forest soil. So, in today's session, let us discuss about uh, different type of soil and their distribution and their importance for various purpose and other importance. So let us discuss one by one. First and foremost important soil is alluvial soil. Alluvial soil. So alluvial soil is most important and widely distributed and most important soil in India. And most importantly, alluvial soil is mainly distributed in most of the parts of North Indian plains. And alluvial soil deposits in North Indian plains is mainly formed by the interplay of three important rivers which forms Himalayan river system, that is river Ganga, river Indus, river Brahmaputra. So river Ganga, river Indus, river Brahmaputra, these are the three important rivers forming Himalayan river system. So about Himalayan river system in the previous class, that is in ninth standard, we already discussed. So alluvial soil is most important and widely distributed type of soil in different parts of India. And most importantly, alluvial soil is distributed in most of the parts of North Indian plains. North Indian plains is mainly witnessed for the deposits of alluvial soil, and North Indian plains is mainly formed by the three important rivers which forms Himalayan river system, that is river Ganga, river Indus, river Brahmaputra. And even these uh, North Indian plains and also the deposits of alluvial soil is also going to extend even in the states of Rajasthan, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and even it is also going to be found in eastern eastern coastal plains where river particularly uh, river Mahanadi, Mahanadi, river Kaveri, river Godavari, river Krishna, and other rivers forms delta or delta regions. So particularly not only in the North Indian plains, even the alluvial soil deposits are also going to extend in the parts of in the states, particularly in Rajasthan, Gujarat, and even it is going to be extend in the eastern coastal plains where river Mahanadi, Kaveri, Godavari, Krishna forms delta in peninsular river system. And most importantly, these alluvial soils or alluvial soil, it mainly consists important proportion of sand, then silt, then clay. Alluvial soil mainly consists different proportion of sand, silt, and clay. Then these deposits are these different proportions of sand, silt, and clay. It is not going to be witnessed equally in all the regions are all the places where alluvial soil deposits are mainly found. As we move towards inland, inland river valleys, as we move towards inland river valleys, these proportion, it appears bigger in size. It appears bigger in size, that is mainly in inland river valleys. ಭಾರತದ ಆಂತರಿಕ ನದಿ ಮುಖಜ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಸಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಮಾಣಗಳು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಸರಿ ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಆಂತರಿಕ ನದಿ ಮುಖಜ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ in the place near the breaks of rivers, due to slope, due to slope, or due to, or in the coarse regions where rivers starts diverting or starts flowing in high speed and other factors, there the size appears in small. So because of these unequal proportion of sand, silt and clay, the alluvial soil deposits or alluvial soil in river valleys, it appears smaller in size and even bigger in size. Then different, based on these proportion of sand, silt and clay, these plains or river plains are mainly identified into three different categories or three different types, namely dours, chos and terrai. Dours, chos and terrai, these are the different regions or the areas where the different proportion of sand, silt, clay are going to be appeared, are going to be formed by the river valleys in inland as well as in slope and coarse regions of rivers, and even they forms small and bigger in size. Then alluvial soil in their, apart from size or other than their size, even uh, when we take the consideration of their grains, grains in the sense not what we think, means ಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲ. Grains means the tiny particles which we are able to witness in the soil and soil particles. So these grain components mainly based on age factor. Age factor, alluvial soil is mainly categorized or classified into two categories, namely old alluvial soil, old alluvial soil and new alluvial soil. So I repeat once again, the grain deposits are grain components in the alluvial soil, and may most importantly on the basis of age factor, the alluvial soil is mainly classified or categorized into two types, namely old alluvial soil and new alluvial soil. Old alluvial soil is also going to be called with local name as Bangar, and new alluvial soil is called with new name or local name as Kadar. Kadar is new alluvial soil, Bangar is old alluvial soil. So most importantly, among these on the basis of age factor, so Kadar or new alluvial soil is most importantly consist with fine particles, more fine particles and conker nodules, and that's why it is new alluvial soil is more fertile than old alluvial soil. And alluvial soil is most importantly, its nature is very fertile in nature, very fertile in nature, and it consists adequate proportion of potash, potash, then phosphoric acid, phosphoric acid, lime, lime, and other nutrients or other uh, such chemicals which are ideal for the cultivation of sugar cane, paddy, sugar cane, paddy, wheat, wheat, and many kind of cereals, pulses, pulses, and others. So, because of the fertility of alluvial soil, hence it is very rich in fertility, and it is ideal or best suitable for the cultivation of various type of crops like sugarcane, paddy, wheat, cereals, pulses, and others. And it consists of adequate proportion of different nutrients like potash, phosphoric acid, lime, and others. The reasons where the alluvial soil is going to be witnessed, it is going to be witnessed even for intensively cultivated region, intensively cultivated cultivated region, and it is also going to be identified for densely populated densely populated area, because of the fertility, it is easy for carrying agricultural activity. Because of that, most of the people prefer to settle or lead their life. That's why the reasons are going to be witnessed for uh, densely populated region. And the reasons where the soil is very poor with the nutrients like potash, phosphoric acid, lime, and others. And if the region is consisting more quantity or more proportion of alkine 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 particles, then the region can be utilized for intensive cultivation. And for others, if it is given proper treatment and also proper irrigation and irrigation measures. So this is the first type of soil uh, which we are going to uh, study from the chapter, and it is one of the important soil which is mainly covers most of the parts of North Indian plains and other parts of India. So with this we will end our today's session, and we will discuss about other type of soil in tomorrow's session. After that, have a nice day.